Okay, so we are at the New York Beauty and Barber Academy doing the New York State Department of State Division of Licensing Service Barber Practical Task List for Examination Procedures. This examination is approximately an hour and a half long. Each procedure is given a specific time allotment as indicated below. These procedures will be demonstrated on a live model person that you must provide. The examiner will provide verbal instructions prior to the demonstration of each procedure. It is expected that safety and infection control will be practiced throughout the entire course of this examination. The passing score for the Barber Practical Examination is 70%. Professional appearance and preparation of the work and client preparation is the first, which you will have 7 tasks evaluated and have 10 minutes to do.
Okay, so before you seat the client and like when you get in, before you unpack your stuff, make sure you take a Lysol wipe and wipe down the countertop and also the seat. And if it's still a little damp, you can take a paper towel and just dry it off so you don't get the blood flat, you know. And then take that whatever and put it in your garbage bag, because you have 3 garbage bags, one for towels, one for garbage, and then one for blood contamination. And then I'm supposed to have like, you can bring a little Tupperware for sharps. So like after you use your first blade on your neck shave, you're gonna want to put it in a sharps container. And then like we mentioned earlier, you need a clean Tupperware or jar for clean combs, and then for dirty combs you need another Tupperware. But other than that, disinfectant spray. If you want to use a water bottle to spray down the hair, you can. You need 2 massage cream and then the vanishing cream afterwards. Only a 1 guard. You only need a 1 guard. And then obviously your clipper, comb. If you want to use a different one for clipper over comb, you can. Because I know with this, it's a little bit different on each end. So you might want a bigger comb. Scissors, and then for after the massage, like a talc or Clubman is what I use to use on the face. And then also a sandwich strip. But other than that, also, make sure you have 2 capes. I will only use one today, but you need a shampooing cape and a regular cape. So when you do the shampoo, you have, it's more like a shiny, the different shampoo capes. You're gonna want to put that on for the shampoo.
So the examiner will read, please set up your workstation with supplies that will be used throughout your examination, as well as haircutting supplies. If room permits, all supplies may be set out. Otherwise, supplies should remain in your bag until they are needed to perform each procedure. You will also prepare, seat, and drape your model client for further procedures. The use of cell phones is unallowable. Therefore, if you have a cell phone with you, please turn it off at this time. Talking amongst candidates is not allowable. However, you may raise your hand at any time if you require assistance from your examiner. You must remain standing throughout the entire examination. When you are finished, please step back and quietly wait for further instructions. The first task is haircutting, in which you have 30 minutes to complete, and there are 13 tasks evaluated. You will now demonstrate haircutting techniques. Begin by tapering the nape of the head using a number 1 or lower blade size. Remove the weight line demonstrating the clipper over comb technique. A guard or comb attachment may be used in this area in addition to this technique if needed. You will then taper from the sideburns up to the temple area using the same clipper over comb technique. The top, back, and sides of the head are to be evenly cut, removing at least ½ inch of hair, demonstrating the finger and shear technique. If your model has coarse hair, demonstrate the freehand clipper technique utilizing the pick and fine-tuning with shears. Next, use shears to demonstrate arching technique around the ears and down the neckline. Then redrape and shave the arched area using changeable blade straight razor. Finish by using towel wrap procedure and talcum powder to remove loose hair from the face and neck. When you are finished, please step back and quietly wait for further instructions from your examiner. You have 30 minutes to complete this procedure. Remember, you will start the haircut by tapering the nape area. It is your choice to perform the haircut on wet or dry hair. You may now begin.
Okay, so at first he has a collar, so you want to make sure you fold that in, so you have more room to work with right here. You're not hitting the collar. Then one thing that's big make sure your cape does not touch the ground, because you can't pick it back up once it touches the ground. So put it over your client and grab your neck strip. And the thing that's big is when you put the cape on, you don't want any part of the cape to touch the neck. You could get points off of that. Just make sure it's not touching any part of his neck. Place. Now first, he has longer hair. Just make sure you comb it into place. You want me to start?
Yeah.
So you're going to start with no guard on, and you can make your initial guideline and work your way up. So you want to make sure you're going to start basically from skin, if not that close, all the way up to what this is right here. Because what you're going to do is start with the clipper, then you're going to put the one guard in and gradually make your way up, and then take clipper over comb and take out that weight line.
I believe you can start with a one guard on there too, if you want that option.
Can
So you don't have to go that short.
Because I was going to say I didn't want to make it. I wasn't
Yeah,
going to go
you can
skin
do.
on.
Yep, you can do a number one.
Okay. And now once you put these down, when I'm done and when I want to do clipper over comb out, I'm going to take my one guard off, but then you can't pick it back up. So once you put it down, it's done. You guys ready? So I'm gonna start with the clothes and just basically getting his neck hairs. Like I said, he has longer hair. You'll be a lot more nervous when you're there.
Richard, can you turn the client just a little bit
Yes,
so we can,
yes.
towards the camera? Thank you.
Just keep combing his hair since he has longer hair. Then once we create that initial guideline, I'm going to open up the clipper. Slowly taper my way up. Again, you can go back down and clean up some of this neck hair. Because this line right here, you're going to take that out with your clipper over comb technique. Like I said, it's a look. You'll probably be taking somebody with a little less hair, so it might be it'll be a little bit easier. Whereas this is longer. Remember, once you put it down, don't pick it back up. So put that down, and then you can't. I brought a clipper cleaning brush. You can just clean that off if you want real quick. Then I brought a clipper over comb just so it's a lot easier than this. Like I said, this one's different throughout, so you might want to. This will pick up more hair and make it easier. So then you go through on the back, pick up the hair. Coming on down. Like I said, whoever you bring, you're not really there to give them the most perfect haircut. It's basically to show them that you know how to use your tools. I brought my client home after the haircut, fixed him up.
Find out right after.
What'd you say?
Find out right after.
It takes a little bit. It takes about, I think it was like 2 weeks and another 2 weeks to get the actual paper itself. So I got an email. It actually came sooner than when I checked my email. I wasn't that good at checking it. No, you gotta wait until you get your full on license.
Before what?
Which that?
Full on license before what?
Like if you're not doing a apprenticeship kind of thing, you know, if you have your apprenticeship, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it'll say congratulations, you passed, and then I'm not sure how it works. You probably, because like I said, it took 2 more weeks for me to get my paper itself. I don't know if you can. You could most likely be employed before you actually got the.
Right, because she said that you get a 6-month temporary.
Yeah, once you
Graduate here.
Yes. Yes. Yep.
So there isn't a temporary after you graduate? Or you just get your license?
See, that's what was confusing to me.
Alright, because I know for cosmetology you have to take you get a temporary if you sign up, but you have to take a test to do it. So I wasn't sure because there's not 2 tests, so I didn't think you got a temporary.
Right. And I can go into more of that after the test if you want me to. That's all right. So we're just basically cleaning this up. Like I said, later on, and to get more of that weight out, I'll go scissor over comb for that. But just like I said, you want to show them that you know how to use your tools. Don't obviously, you know, you can do a better haircut when you get there than what you show them. But like I said, they want to make sure you're fluent and you're not all stiff, and it's big on sanitation. Okay. So now, you want to take your comb on this side, both sides of the head. But you want to taper. You're not going to use the clippers on the sideburns. You're going to use your clipper over comb technique. So if you want, use your smaller tapering comb. You're going to take it at a 90-degree angle. 45-degree angle. And like I said, you're going to probably have a client with shorter hair, shorter, not straight and long. You want to find somebody that's not going to. I'm not dissing you. He knows I'm not. Like I said, slowly taper your way up. You don't necessarily have to do what I just did. I just kind of wanted to get that. I wanted to get that hair out of the way. And then you're going to want to do the same thing. Go through the side right here.
So you're pretty much going to do that around, get the haircut pretty much done all the way up to the top to where you
Right.
go scissor over comb.
And then, yeah, when we get the scissor off, we'll explain that. I'll show you guys this side. All I'm doing is make sure you keep going the hair down. I'll use my own comb. Let's see. Once you drop it, that's a wrap. Luckily, I have an extra one there though, so make sure you guys.
You can bring
extra
extras, right? Get like
what?
you can bring extra combs
You
and
can bring
stuff.
30 if you
As
want.
many as you want, right?
Yeah.
All right.
Same thing with towels.
All thumbs
16's
over
minimum, but bring more just in case.
Play with fire.
And then when you if you got sideburns down there, you want to taper it. Make sure you're tapering that out. No, nope. This will be the only clipper that you bring. Only clipper you bring. Just in case your other one falls on the way in, bring another clipper, but just bring one. That's all you need. We'll bring another one just in case. when these are done, and you set these down, if you want to brush them off, once you put these down, you're done with these. So don't pick these back up, and then make sure you have your disinfectant spray and show that you're cleaning your clippers off with it. And then you could spray this as well if you want. Set that down, and you're done with that. And then you would put this in these, your dirty combs, if you have a jar, if you have a Tupperware, you want to put those in there. Since I dropped one, got an extra one. Now, you can wet the hair, or you can cut it dry. I'm just going to wet it a little bit.
Richard, my suggestion would be if you drop combs on the floor, just leave them there until the end of the test.
Yeah, yeah. And then at the end, if you want, make sure you just put them in that container. If they're going to still look for that, put it in the container. Yeah, because I know in Cosmic Top, you have to literally leave them there, right, on the floor?
Yep.
Okay.
It would only be a point off, or it might not even be anything off,
But you want to minimize your points off just in case something really does go wrong.
Because I'm touching it, you'd have to go wash. Right, your hands and
Technically.
everything.
Like I said, you're nervous. You might shake a
Pretty
little
sure
bit.
that's
You drop a
hard.
comb. Okay. So now, gonna start from the top. Show that you can grab the hair. You're gonna want to take. Is it inch? Or like and a half inch, right? Okay, that's what I put on my nose, half to full. So just take. Again, it's about the motions. Grabbing the hair. And once you go through the top, you're going to do the same thing on the side. Come back to this side. Make sure you're following the guideline. And the client I brought, I probably should have brought somebody with more hair. And I didn't take that much off. But I guess I probably took a half inch off.
Hey, you pass, and that's all that matters.
Yeah, I know. Again, it's basically just making sure that you're comfortable and you're not messing up your sanitation, and then you have all your material. Like I said, we'll go back in, and again, don't worry about having a perfect haircut, because if you're nervous, and like I said, I brought the guy home after this, and now you're going to go back in, and if there's still an additional weight line with the type of hair that you have, you still got to show clip shear over comb besides grab and pulling it. So you want to go back up. Again, taking about a half inch off. If anyone has a question, they can add.
To what extent does your stuff need to be labeled?
So like I have a little cup there just for my sharps. We'll put sharps on there. You want dirty on your dirty, clean on your clean, and you got to label your bags, towels, dirty,
What
and
about
blood.
your creams? Do they need to be labeled?
If they're not on the bottle.
Okay, so like if you bring your own like Tupperware of it, you should label it. But if
Label
it's
it.
like that, you can just bring it without labeling it.
Yeah, when in doubt, label it. It's faded away now, but I had H2O on my water bottle.
I did that for my plasma test.
Yeah,
But,
just in case.
do your like your powder and your disinfectant, do you still want to label those, or are they fine?
It should be. It should be already pretty much labeled.
Okay.
Lysol wipes say Lysol disinfectant. And those will say massage creams. And I'll get more to that when I get to that. But shave gel too, if it's faded away and you have a shave gel, like that Greg Zorian stuff, that says shave gel right on it. That's what I use, so I didn't have to label it. But if it looks faded or anything, when in doubt, just label it. Because like I said, the less nitpicking they do throughout the exam, the less nervous you're going to be.
Did you put like your combs and stuff in a Tupperware that was labeled, or did you just bring them yourself?
See, because you said in Rochester they told Mary about her containers, right?
He did. Not the label.
Yeah. So you need to put your comb, like have your combs with you, and I just set mine out on my. So I just took them out of the clean container, but you also need a dirty one just for afterwards.
Okay.
And then like Kara had mentioned, if you drop them, just wait to the end.
You should have plenty of combs and extra things packed, so you can leave it and not worry about it.
I took like 30 to my cosmetology.
But obviously if you drop something and you need it, as long as you clean your hands and clean the utensil, then you're fine.
And also, say if I dropped a comb and if you spray with your disinfectant spray, technically you can't use it for 10 minutes or something. So if he's
Yeah, 10 to 15 minutes.
10 to 15 minutes, so you know if
The
you
exam's
really
not gonna wait for you,
no, not at all.
and you'll get minus a point. You
But
should
you
be fine.
cleaned it,
But you
you
cleaned
know.
it.
Minus a point for dropping it, or minus a point for having to clean it?
You may. So
I'm not gonna do
I'll read through the points for the hair cutting.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm kind of taking a while.
You can keep,
Okay, and then go. Did you want to go ahead?
no, you can say something.
I was just gonna say, and then so after you're done with going through the hair, you grabbed a pool, then you went through shear over comb, showed that technique. Then you got to do your arching technique, which is just you have to do backhand, and then come down the ear.
So for hair cutting, there's 13 points. Your first point is all hair cutting supplies and implements necessary to complete the procedure are provided by the applicant and are visibly clean, sanitary, and in good working order. All your towels should be out. They're saying you should have 3 to 4 towels, your shaving cream, changeable razor, spray disinfectant, shaving cream, talcum powder, all your combs, your shears, your number 1 guard if you need that, and your clippers. Your second point is your hair has been combed through and it's tangle free, ready for the procedure. Number 3, tapers the nape area using a number 1 or lower blade. Area between the nape and the occipital bone using your clipper over comb technique. Transition line is removed using your clipper over comb technique. Your fourth point is the side. The sideburns are cut up to the temple area using clipper over comb technique, and a 1/2 inch of hair is taken off. Number 5, the top, the back, and the sides using the shear over finger technique to perform a uniform cut on the top of the head using the stationary and traveling guide. Lighting the top and sides using the shear over comb technique and leaving no visible lines. So you really do want to do a nice haircut.
Right.
You don't want to see lines in the
Yeah.
haircut. If it's not your client's favorite haircut, then like Richard said, do the haircut the way they like it when you get home. Your 6th point is for arching. Your 7th point is for redraping. So you remove the hair clippings, discard the neck strip, the towel or disposable towel, and properly redrape the client, fastening the cape. If the neck is fastened, a barrier is formed, but you can leave it open, right, Richard? If you want to leave it open for the shave, when you do the shave.
For the neck shave?
Yeah.
Yeah, if you don't want to, I button mine
You
after
button
I
yours
put the
back up?
towel on.
Okay. So as long as your towel's in place, then you can rebutton. Number 8 point, prepare for your finish. Tuck the towel or disposable towel around the neck. Place the second towel or disposable towel on the right or left shoulder for wiping your blade and lather. Apply the lather at the temple area and around the ears. Number 9 is your finish, starting at the temple area and proceed to shave towards the sideburns in the front and around the ears and straight down the sides of the neck. Appropriately using your freehand and reverse backhand strokes. All areas are free from visible hair. Number 10 point, handles clippers and razors safely at all times. Clippers are held and not put down when demonstrating clipper cutting technique. Razor blade is placed in a rigid container for transport/disposal. Number 11, removes and discards all towels. A clean towel or disposable is wrapped around the fingers, talc powder is added, and traces of the lather and loose hair are removed from the face and the neck. 12, finish the haircut and make sure it's balanced. Evenly cut with shears or scissors. Outline is clean and neat, and weight lines have been reduced. Hair length is blended in the tapered areas. And the 13th point that you'll get is safety and infection control are adhered to during all aspects of the haircut. So there's your 13 points.
Okay, so now, after you're done with the haircut, you have to re-drape. Take your neck strip, put it in your garbage. Take this off. Remember to make sure it's not going to touch the ground. Take it, tuck it into the side. The towel. A lot of towels. Lots and lots of towels. I take it like this. Start off like this. Just grab one corner, grab the next. Then you have looks like some triangles right there. Wrap it around. And make sure the cage is back to the toes of the neck. Whoa, almost, right? Oops, sorry. I'm going to take 2 more towels. And right here. Now, someone asked me earlier, I would suggest not putting the blade in before you get there, just so they know that it's a clean blade in there. So.
And Richard, you are right about that. They do want to see you put a new blade in
Okay.
so that they know that it's
I figured that's what it
disinfected.
probably, yeah.
Take it right out of the original packaging and put it in your razor.
So we're gonna go grab some shaving cream. Where I was at, they didn't have hot lather, so you have to use your gel or shaving product that you have with you. But we have shaving. I think, I don't know. Buffalo?
No. Richard, did they have a hot towel cabbie for you to use, or did you just have to put them under hot water?
No, and I'll get to that. When I get to the hot
Okay.
towel shave, I'll explain that because no,
Okay.
they didn't
Okay.
have that.
Sounds good.
And if you do have a gel, it's probably not hot. It's like cold shave gel, so when your exam, just go double. Just again to make sure you don't cut. Okay.
Did they feel around the neck after you shaved it?
He looked real close, but he didn't feel it.
Do they take the comb at the end of your haircut and go through and kind of comb through your haircut and put your hands through the haircut?
Not mine.
Really?
Mine was pretty visible. Mine looked like it wasn't. I couldn't really comb it to where it wouldn't look like, you know, how you can make it look like there's no lines if you wanted to. But I didn't. The person I had almost like Spanish kind of hair, and it was darker. So if there was a line,
Just straight.
you
Very
could
straight.
see it. Yeah. Try stretching that skin. Like I said, I forgot my septic. So if I cut some.
First point is all haircutting supplies and implements necessary to complete the procedure are provided by the applicant and are visibly clean, sanitary, and in good working order. All your towels should be out. They're saying you should have 3 to 4 towels, your shaving cream, changeable razor, spray disinfectant, shaving cream, talcum powder, all your combs, your shears, your number 1 guard if you need that, and your clippers. Your second point is your hair has been combed through and it's tangle free, ready for the procedure. Number 3, tapers the nape area using a number 1 or lower blade. Area between the nape and the occipital bone using your clipper over comb technique. Transition line is removed using your clipper over comb technique. Your fourth point is the side. The sideburns are cut up to the temple area using clipper over comb technique, and a 1/2 inch of hair is taken off. Number 5, the top, the back, and the sides using the shear over finger technique to perform a uniform cut on top of the head using the stationary and traveling guide. Laying the top and sides using the shear over comb technique and leaving no visible lines. So you really do want to do a nice haircut.
Right.
You don't want to see lines in the haircut. If it's not your client's favorite haircut, then like Richard said, do the haircut the way they like it when you get home. Your 6th point is for arching. Your 7th point is for redraping. So you remove the hair clippings, discard the neck strip, the towel or disposable towel, and properly redrape the client, fastening the cape. If the neck is fastened, a barrier is formed, but you can leave it open, right, Richard? If you want to leave it open for the shave, when you do the shave.
For the neck shave?
Yeah.
Yeah, if you don't want to, I button mine
You
after I
button
put the
yours back
towel
up?
on.
Okay. So as long as your towel's in place, then you can rebutton. Number 8 point, prepare for your finish. Tuck the towel or disposable towel around the neck. Place the second towel or disposable towel on the right or left shoulder for wiping your blade and lather. Apply the lather at the temple area and around the ears. Number 9 is your finish. Starting at the temple area, proceed to shave towards the sideburns in the front and around the ears and straight down the sides of the neck. Appropriately using your freehand and reverse backhand strokes. All areas are free from visible hair. Number 10 point, handles clippers and razors safely at all times. Clippers are held and not put down when demonstrating clipper cutting technique. Razor blade is placed in a rigid container for transport/disposal. Number 11, removes and discards all towels. A clean towel or disposable is wrapped around the fingers, talc powder is added, and traces of the lather and loose hair are removed from the face and the neck. 12, finish the haircut and make sure it's balanced. Evenly cut with shears or scissors. Outline is clean and neat and weight lines have been reduced. Hair length is blended in the tapered areas. And the 13th point that you'll get is safety and infection control are adhered to during all aspects of the haircut. So there's your 13.
One right here. Good. It's not too tight, is it? Now, someone asked me earlier, I would suggest not putting the blade in before you get there, just so they know that it's a clean blade in there. So.
And Richard, you are right about that. They do want to see you put a new blade in
Okay.
so that they know that it's
I figured that's what it
disinfected.
probably, yeah.
Take it right out of the original packaging and put it in your razor.
So we're gonna go grab some shaving cream. Where I was at, they didn't have hot lather, so you have to use your gel or shaving product that you have with you. But we have shaving. I think, I don't know.
Where'd you go?
Buffalo?
Richard, did they have a hot towel caddy for you to use, or did you just have to put them under hot water?
No, and then I'll get to that. When I get to the hot
Okay.
towel shave, I'll explain that because no, they
Okay.
didn't. They didn't
Okay.
have that. Oops.
Sounds good.
And if you do have a gel, it's probably not hot. It's like cold shave gel. So if when your exam, just go double, just again to make sure you don't cut. Okay.
Did they feel around the neck after you shaved it?
He looked real close, but he didn't. He didn't feel it.
Do they take the comb at the end of your haircut and go through and kind of comb through your haircut and put your hands through the haircut?
Not mine.
Really?
Mine was pretty visible. Mine looked like it wasn't. I I couldn't really comb it to where it wouldn't look like, you know, how you can make it look like there's no lines if you wanted to, but I didn't. The person I had almost like Spanish kind of hair, and it was darker. So if there was a line,
Just straight.
you could see it. Yeah. Make sure you're stretching that skin. Like I said, I forgot when I went. I forgot my septic, so if I cut somebody, that would have been some points off. So now you want to take this out. In there. You can use.
Do you have to do around the ears with the razor?
See, yeah, I'm just not. You can't, like, he didn't ask me to. In a couple videos that I watched, he did. Just to, like, not anywhere crazy above the ear, just behind it. You know what I mean?
Okay. I didn't know if you had to go like from right around here.
No, no. He didn't say anything. You don't have to start on this side.
It's basically behind the ear, around the neck.
Right, yeah, right where in the middle of the ear back there is where I went. Now, where do you wipe the shaving cream off? You could, where I went?
Like when you're shaving, you want to clean it off, you wipe it on that towel.
Yeah, and they said I could just wipe it right on. I put a napkin on it, but he said, "Why do you have a napkin? You have towels." I said, "Oh, okay." So I said, "Screw that." Threw the towel away and just wiped it on my towel. Well, it makes sense because you have a lot of towels. So, and I just take one of these.
That's what the direction said that I read earlier too. It specifically says that you can put a towel on the left or right hand side and use that to wipe your blade off.
Okay. Now, so that's a dirty towel. I'm gonna take that. I just kind of somehow wrap it around your hand to where it doesn't
It
look
really
crazy.
depends on the edges of the haircut too.
Yeah.
You do have the option to do the temple area, but you don't have to do the temple area.
Yeah.
It's all included. They just want to see if you're doing the strokes properly and if you know how to use your razor.
And don't cut them. Please don't.
That's a new towel right there.
No, I used one towel, just use one towel to wipe off and then use this for the talcum powder.
Can you demonstrate how you wrap
Oh, I just wrapped it. Nothing special.
that? Isn't there a way you're supposed to?
There's some, I've seen a few, but it's like in the heat of the moment, I was just there and just kind of just grab it and then wrap it. Make sure it's just not on your fingers, I guess.
There is a page in your book that shows you how to wrap it exactly.
I think, yeah.
I don't think they're gonna give you points off if you don't wrap it properly, but if you skip this part completely, then you will get a point off. So just make sure you powder, because you're getting all the loose hairs off your client to make sure they're comfortable after their haircut.
It's probably too much.
I was using one. I think you grabbed it.
Powder goes a long way, huh?
It definitely does. It's sketchy. Sometimes it'll work. Sometimes.
Yeah, which one?
I don't know.
I know I organized
Okay. Now that's a dirty towel. So after that, the whole haircut should be done. Unbutton the cape. Grab this towel. This in here. Make sure this is a long cape. Just make sure it doesn't touch the ground. Now you have to wait until they start the next section for your shampoo.
So the next one is shampoo. You have 5 minutes evaluated for your shampoo. As sinks become available, you will be instructed to shampoo your model's hair. When instructed, you will escort your model over to the sink and they'll point out the locations of the sink. You will also need to prepare your shampoo and your towel with you. Sinks must be properly cleaned prior to shampoo procedure. Please note that you will be allotted a maximum of 5 minutes to use the sink. When you have completed the shampoo, please towel dry your model's hair and escort them back to your assigned station and quietly wait for further instructions. You may begin the shampooing procedure when you are instructed to do so. That's exactly what what they'll say, and then.
Now, I draped my client at the seat, and before I took him, it wasn't a long distance like the sinks are. It was literally from like here to the mirror right there. So it wasn't a long distance. So I draped my client at the station here, and
Yeah, you can drape it either place. You can drape it at the station, or you can drape it at the sink.
yeah.
So your points for shampooing are all shampoo supplies and implements necessary to complete the procedure are provided. 3 to 4 towels, your shampoo, which should be labeled, and your shampoo cape. You also need to make sure you do it in the time allowed. If you don't do it in the time allowed, that's automatically minus 2 points, but it's 5 minutes, you'll have plenty of time. Number 2, sanitize using an EPA-approved disinfectant. Could be liquid, spray, or wipes in its original labeled packaging. Number 3, prepare your client or model and make sure they're properly draped to receive the shampoo service. A terry towel is placed lengthwise across the client model's shoulders with the ends crossed beneath the chin. A plastic waterproof shampoo cape is draped over the towel and fastened at the back so the cape does not touch the client's skin. Your second towel is opened widthwise, tucked into the fastened collar, and will be used later for blotting, drying the hair. The third towel is opened widthwise and tucked inside the neckband beneath the chin to wipe ears and face if necessary. Use either reclined or an inclined method for shampooing. You must use 3 towels, 1 for the barrier of the neck and cape, 1 to blot or dry the hair, and 1 to keep the client dry and comfortable. Your fourth point is apply. The hair is damp with water while protecting the model's face, and properly shampoo. Number 5, your massage. Shampoo is massaged completely into the scalp for 30 seconds. Water is used to create a creamy lather. The tips of the fingers are used to execute all shampoo movements. Number 6 is your rinsing. Make sure you thoroughly rinse the hair. No shampoo lather remains. Number 7 is your finish. Using a terry towel to blot the model's hair over the sink. And number 8 is safety and infection control are adhered to during all aspects of the shampoo procedure.
Okay, so the first towel you do just like the neck shape, you put it around the neck. Then you're gonna wanna put the cape on, the shampooing cape, and put a towel down the front, tuck it in, and then a towel in the back, because when it comes up, you're gonna wanna dry the hair like this. Is this all the way down? All right, so we're gonna walk over there. Do it for real. Like I said, you have to bring your shampoo. It could be something simple. Are we good? Okay, so it's optional depending. The sink I had, it was kind of rough, but they didn't make you put a towel on the curve itself. It's just if you want to put that there, you can. And then whatever shampoo you use, just bring one, and you're just gonna make sure that they see suds. Don't, like you said, you only have 5 minutes, and she said, what, you get 2 points off? Yeah, so just make sure you wet the hair. Don't have it freezing cold. Make sure you don't spray it in your face, because that happened to me. It's probably happened to some of you guys too. Anyone get soaked? Someone's got soaked at some point.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah.
On the wrong side.
And I was in the middle of my exam. I got soaked twice, so it's like you kind of. Yeah, so it kind of makes you be a little bit more nervous. You know what I mean? You get soaked in the face.
That's the side I was doing.
Is that too warm?
Oh, yeah, more.
That's the side you're supposed to be on? You're right-handed?
If I'm right,
No.
Are
I don't think it probably matters, does it?
Are you a righty or a lefty?
I'm a righty.
You're on the wrong
So I
side.
gotta be on the other side.
You're on the correct side for video.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, that way. I mean, I was just facing the camera.
No
Exactly.
points off for what side of the sink you stand on. I just read all the points. So.
Oh, really?
Make it right.
I will try on that side too.
That's not too hot, right? So make sure you just get all parts of the head wet real quick. This one's supposed to. This Avika stuff sounds really good. Like I said, just make sure you rub it in. You see suds. travel size, doesn't matter.
Get to the side pass for 3 minutes, is that what you said?
What'd you say?
How long?
Just so you get some suds.
Oh, so you don't
But the
have
whole
to do it for
process is
3
5
minutes?
minutes.
Yeah, the whole process.
You can finish before that if you want, right?
But you have to be back in your chair at the end of the 5 minutes. That's what they told. That's what they said. They said make sure you're back. You have the client seated at your station chair at the end of the 5 minutes.
Are they showing you a clock? Is there a clock to look at?
No, they gave us time increments. So like
There's usually a timer that they set.
dry it off with the towel. And like I said, he has longer hair, so it'll take a little bit longer to dry. But you're done with the hair, so it's not like.
Right. And there's a timer that they set, and then it will go down to 5 minutes, and then it'll ding at the end. So.
Condition too?
No, just bring some shampoo. You want to grab it?
Travel size shampoo.
That's probably travel size. Like I said, you want to just work your hands in so they see some suds. Nothing crazy because we only have 5 minutes. Like I said, I get sprayed in the face and then it felt like a minute. You know? So now we're gonna walk back over. And like I said, they'll tell you like, oh, you got a minute left. You have 2 minutes left. That was probably a little cold at the ear.
Okay, so the next part is going to be shaving facial hair. You will have 15 minutes and there are 12 tasks evaluated. You will now demonstrate a standard shave. After properly draping your model and preparing the face, you will perform this procedure on all 14 shaving areas of the face. If you have chosen not to shave the mustache area, you will be required to perform this procedure on the remaining 12 shaving areas of the face. Note, please alert your examiner if you need to deviate from the standard shaving direction/stroke due to the hair growth pattern of your client. Upon completion, please step back to indicate that you are finished and quietly wait for further instructions. You have 15 minutes to complete this procedure and you may now begin. So I'll just kind of read quickly what the grading points are on for the 12 tasks that you're evaluated. Number 1, all shaving supplies and implements necessary to complete this procedure are provided by the applicant in invisibly clean, sanitary, and good working order. You should have at least 2 to 3 terry towels with 4 additional towels of your choice, 2 to 3 disposable blades, lather, or shaving cream. Disposable professional service towels are not permissible. Beard softener, pre-shave conditioner oil is optional but not required. That's your first point. Your second is preparing your client or model. Third is your steam, 1 or 2 warm towels. Number 4 is to lubricate or re-lather. Apply lather to the face and neck. Number 5 is preparing your razor. Number 6 is shaving areas 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Number 7 is shaving areas 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. You do need to make sure that you're doing the right stroke. So if you're doing the backhand stroke, the reverse freehand, or the freehand stroke, you need to make sure you're doing them in the right areas. Number 8, shaving areas 11, 12, 13, and 14. Number 9, any remaining lather and loose hair is removed from the client's face and neck with a warm terry towel. The towel is folded and used to cover the client's face, leaving the nostrils exposed for the client to breathe. Number 10, the model's head was positioned appropriately throughout the shave to accommodate the strokes. All visible facial and neck hair is removed. Number 11, the razor is used and handled safely at all times. The face was kept moist. During the procedure, the razor blade is placed in a rigid container for transport disposal. And number 12, safety and infection control are adhered to during all aspects of this procedure. So there's your 12 tasks that will be evaluated.
Okay, so the first towel that I put on was the same one that we've been doing around the neck. And for this one, you want to grab just one corner lengthwise, tuck it in this side of the neck. Then you want to grab the opposite corner and bring it up to this side. Actually, my bad. Just grab the direct across. Just grab this corner and you want to come across like this. So at the end, put that up. So when this comes across, you're going to tuck this in up here. A lot of towels.
that the one you wipe off on?
No, I'm gonna put one on his shoulder.
Oh, okay.
And like I said, you don't have to put a napkin per se on his shoulder. You just put one towel and then.
At least he's warm.
I know. So many towels.
Ready for winter.
That's not too tight. And then go like this or fit your best. And then put a towel on the headrest. Yeah, these go. Make sure which one's comfortable for you though. I don't know about this actually. Is that good? Mm-hmm. Obviously, that's not really. You don't want the person getting their shave like breaking their neck. So, is that comfortable though? Mm-hmm. And make sure before you start that it's at the right height. Like pump it up or bring it down to where you're most comfortable. So then again,
Is the draping part of all this part of the 15
yeah.
minutes?
Oh, like what do you mean?
Putting all the towels around them and stuff?
No, I think you drape it and then you wait and then I'm pretty sure you start. And so you want to make sure you put your next blade in, make sure it's visible. If you do, say you do forget another blade, which I hope you don't, right after the next shave, if you disinfect it with spray, remember it has to wait 10 to 15 minutes before you use it again. But just bring blades. Because even if, say if I had this in and it dropped, and then, it could dull the blade and make your shave worse. Make it a lot harder. All right, so I know like when you get there, you don't have to use a lot of cream. So you're only gonna use one hot towel, put your shaving cream on, and then you're gonna go. I'm gonna put a little bit of shaving cream on just to make it easier right now, but just gonna put a little bit of shaving cream on. You won't be able. You're not gonna do this at the exam, but I'm just putting a little bit on just to loosen it up. It's actually kind of water.
Don't you only want to use one hand?
I mean, you could wash your hands if you want. I wash my hands. That's kind of watery. It'll be good though.
The hot lather's watery?
Just a little bit.
Okay.
Like I said, you're gonna have to use shave gel because where I went, they didn't have a hot lather machine. So make sure you have enough shave gel because you just use double. Because like I said, you don't want to cut them.
There's regular shaving cream top left.
What'd you say?
Regular shaving cream top left.
Oh no, I don't need that.
Oh, okay.
I was just gonna wash my hands off. So now the thing is with my exam, see how this is rolled up? Where I went, they didn't have a hot towel machine. So what you have to do is you have to roll this towel up like this. You have to go back to the sink, make sure it's hot water. Put the nozzle in on one side of the towel, and then in on the other side. And it's not going to be that hot. So that's why you got to really cake on the shave gel. Get a hotter one. So do not be afraid to put more shave gel on.
Does that count for shave? What? You going to heat up the towel and everything like that?
Well, like I said, when I first was there, I balled it up and just put hot water on. He was like, "What are you doing?" Because I didn't know. I thought they had a hot towel machine. So maybe it was just him. It was his school, so he kind of that's how he taught him. But like I said, the less nitpicking, the less nervous you're going to be. So just going to take the towel. I just take it lengthwise, like it's unfolded. You just fold it in half, like this, over his mouth. The only part of the face you want shown is the nose, so we can breathe. And then after this hot towel, you're going to put your shave gel on, and then you're going to shave. And then after that, you don't put a hot towel on. Just grab warm a hot towel up and wipe off the shaving cream. And then that's it. Don't have to put any aftershave on or anything like
So
that.
you don't have to put another hot towel on, you just gotta use it to wipe it.
Just wipe it off. Just put it over his face and wipe off the hot lather.
Call it quits.
That's it. Yep.
Because you have 15 minutes and you don't get points for or against you if you use that. So might as well just make sure you're done.
And this will go in here.
You don't have to be thorough on the shave, just go through the motions, right?
Basically, well, and yeah, just don't cut him. Just don't cut him.
Did
Just don't cut
they
him.
come over and feel the face when you were done? Shaving?
Again, did he come over and check you? No, he just came up and looked real close, kind of, because I know Pete, he didn't finish his, I don't think, but they're watching you throughout,
Right.
you know.
They're watching to make sure you're doing the strokes properly
Yeah, and
and that you're doing the procedure, using your hot towels, putting the shave gel on.
with the guy who I did, he had real coarse hair, so I kind of, when I went over to this side, I told him I was gonna go like this. I showed him that I knew how to do the backhand, and same thing with here. I didn't want to, cause I forgot my septic, so I did not want to cut him, cause
So what'd you say you didn't do?
I didn't do it, like I didn't come over here,
You didn't do
do
the
my backhand.
You didn't.
You did.
No,
You
I
didn't,
just
but
showed him
you-
I could do the motion, but because of the guys, he had like a cowling,
Like a cow- yeah, like a
on
whorl.
both sides, right in his jaw, and I was like, well, less chance of me cutting in, the better.
But
So,
if you tell the examiner ahead of time, listen, I'm changing the stroke in this area and this is why. The hair growth is different, so I'm gonna do my, freehand instead of the backhand, you're gonna be fine.
Did they check with you? Or
What?
check with the hair growth when you said that?
yeah, they went over. Well, I mean, he wasn't like. Again, they just want to make sure you're comfortable and you're doing your sanitation, and if you cut them, you do your blood contamination protocol.
You wanna make sure that you guys practice and bring your model in that you know you're gonna use for your state board, like 2 or 3 times here, which we're definitely gonna do that. We did that with the last class, so you're feeling comfortable with your model, you know how the hair grows, you know how much their skin will stretch to get them a nice shave and things like that, get used to the haircut. Richard, did you stand on the same side the whole time?
Yeah, I kind of went because the chairs they had were real small, like salon chairs, so you could actually move around them a little bit better.
Okay.
So I stood in front. I didn't actually go all the way around like this.
So they were a regular
But you can
hydraulic
go
chair.
behind his head as far
Yeah,
as
because if you want, like I said, you can go like that. But I told them like, hey, it's really. So I went in front and just did everything on that part. But and like on the cheek right here, you want to show your backhand. And again, it's not like you can't talk to him at all. I was just like, I forgot he knew I forgot my septic because they look at your materials in the beginning, and I was like, the less of a chance of me cutting him, the better. And again, just wipe it off, whatever. Does anyone have that shave gel? Anyone have some? Can I use some of that?
I have some shave gel. I don't know.
Oh, it's okay. Cause my bad. Thank you so much. This is exactly what I use on my. Oh, this is.
It's lotion. It's a shave lotion, isn't it?
It'll be alright.
Brian, what did Gary say the other day when he was in here about moving past 12 o'clock where you're standing?
He said that you can go to the back of the head, but don't go any further.
You can go to the back ahead, you can move,
12 o'clock,
just
that's
say
it.
12 o'clock.
Yeah.
So in other
Was
words,
that
you can
after
come
Gary?
around, but you have to stop right here. If you go this way,
Well,
Okay.
is that a point though, did he say? Or did they just?
I don't know if he said the reports, but he said you can only go to the back of the head.
And
Yeah,
he-
no,
was that after he took his test?
It's the
He told you
Yeah,
that?
yeah.
Okay, good, okay, good. Gary? Yeah, we'll have Gary come back.
Because he knows how to be a lefty. Just want to make sure I'm doing it correct.
Sure, yeah. Yeah, we'll have a second. It's good to have a couple different people so
Sorry if it's real quiet.
Can you do that?
Yeah, because you want to be able to pull the skin, so if it's real lubricated, you can't really get a good
That's why I was messing up last time.
good grip on it.
That's a really good idea. So for those of you who can't see, Richard just wiped off the extra gel that's on the place where he already shaved, so that way he can get a good grip to really stretch the skin properly to shave it, so that way, you know, the skin will get that much tighter.
So you're skipping the mustache, right?
I mean, I'll shave it, but I don't suggest doing it in your exam.
Well, on
just-
the exam, yeah.
Yeah, I didn't do it. I'll shave it today. Just I let my client. He left and he was just like, "Dude, I can't do this."
I think I'm gonna go back to just the stairs. Just put that in there. Alright. You want to do it?
So do you have to go in order, each area, or not?
See, I didn't, and he didn't say anything. He didn't
Okay.
say anything.
The directions say you're supposed to go
Now,
1,
d-
2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
I went from. I'll start from do the whole left side, then do the whole right side. Don't do like the left cheek, then go to the right
Right,
cheek.
right. So you can.
So, well, technically that's an order, I guess. If you want,
Yeah, that
like
is
here,
an order,
here.
yeah.
So I guess I did.
And then you come up the middle.
Yeah.
Well, you did 1, 2, 3 down, 4 up.
Yeah.
No, 3 is your mustache, so it's 1, 2. If you're not doing the mustache, you'll skip to 4, which is down, and then 5's up.
And like I said, when I did mine, I didn't go up that way, just because I told them.
You weren't gonna.
Yeah.
You just kept going down.
Yeah.
That's supposed to be backhand, all right? Up here.
Yeah, well, you're coming up because you're standing behind his head, most like kind of.
That.
Just like how she did this. You should try to do just Do you guys have any questions on shaving?
Just make sure whoever you bring doesn't have some crazy hair. Because again, less chance of cut. And the easier it'll be.
Can you bring someone who doesn't grow facial hair?
You just gotta have some some growth. It could be patchy, but not like none on their cheek though. You gotta have something.
It says 2 days worth of growth.
Nobody wants a shave.
The shave gel does smell good though. That's why I like using it. Again, will you miss a couple hairs here and there? Yeah, but you know, just make sure there's no big old patches that you miss.
So I think I want quartz on. Can you use the same towel that you use to wipe it off like the face too?
Yeah, I mean I just pull it up and then a clean area, you know, a clean area.
Did you skip the mustache on the other dude?
The guy did on my exam? Yeah, I didn't do it. No one did it.
Oh, okay.
No one did it. No. I'm gonna shave it today just because.
Sweet, you got like bonus points for it, you know?
Bonus points for the sash.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Your eyes weren't open. I did it. I did the fade. Just because I'm so used to doing it.
Bonus points, but-
Richard, do you have things in case, like for a blood spill? Could you do a pretend cut and clean up? or
I
do
didn't
you-
bring my. You have to have gloves, septic, a first aid kit, and a blood contamination
Labeled container.
label container and a label bag. And you have to double bag it.
Yep.
Have to double bag it. That's my fault.
That's okay. We have time to do it again.
Sucks because it doesn't look something. I'm gonna put some hot shaving cream on your mustache though. 'Cause that's tough. Tough Like I said, I didn't do the mustache.
Always felt weird. I'll just leave it there. But no, for the end.
It's tough. I'm telling you how tough.
No, that's
I'm just gonna go to this side just because.
If the person on the brain has long hair on top, you still like bring them in, but not take all the hair off.
You want to
Just
take a half inch?
Okay.
Yep.
But you
Good
won't have to
question.
change the whole
No.
haircut just
Nope.
for that. Okay.
You guys, Chris just asked a good question. If someone has really long hair, and a lot of people are wearing the pompadour styles where it's shorter on the sides and longer on the top, and you only have to take a half inch off when you're doing a haircut. So you don't have to change your client's haircut all the way. So just a half inch of
And
hair.
if they have like curlier
And
hair,
if they have very curly, extremely curly hair, I've heard that they don't even make you cut the top.
Just,
I've heard that.
didn't you say if it was like longer enough to freehand it, so then they used to be like an afro almost?
Take it from Chris.
You take me.
Huh?
None of this coming off.
Oh, I know, that's why they don't like to take it off. This whole taper in the neck, they call it good. Crab shack. DC Joe's crab shack.
I've never even heard of that. That's Joe's Crab Shack. Where's that at? Is that out here? Joe's Crab Shack? I'm hungry.
I think there's one in Rochester real quick.
We're taking a trip or something?
Boy, I'll eat some crab cakes. Get a few spots for you. Just
Won't come back for a week.
I'm sorry, man. It's so good.